Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Music Mondays podcast. I'm your host, Sam Slays. Welcome on in, my friends. Happy Monday. This is episode 271 of the Music Mondays podcast, and this is officially the season 13 premiere of the Music Mondays podcast. Welcome on in, my friends. Happy Monday. Let's get into it. So, relatively stacked show for you guys this week for sure. Lots of really good submissions, few things to go through. Couple things to dive into, so you guys know the drill, man. But like I said, I'm your host, Zom Slays, and this is episode 271 of the Music Mondays podcast. So, let's dive in. First off, let's do some weekly recap, Jazz. Let's talk about what you missed at Music Mondays over the last week or so, and then we're gonna dive into what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next couple weeks, per usual. And then we're gonna talk about recruiting. Then we're going to talk exclusives and all that good jazz. So, you guys know the dealio. Let's get right into it. So, hopping over, let's talk weekly recap stuff. So, what did you miss at Music Mondays over the last week or so? Let's dive in. So, per usual, Music Mondays basic logo t-shirts are available and in stock right now. We still have smalls, mediums, and larges, $20 flat, including shipping. So, obviously, United States only, just so you guys don't get shipping costs. But again, if you're interested in purchasing one of those, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. We'd be happy to get that shipped out for you. Absolutely. And then, of course, per usual, following the live show every single Tuesday, you can catch the full rebroadcast over there on the Music Mondays Patreon for you guys to clip, download, or anything like that. You want to go record the show or anything like that, and it's full high quality. That's over there on Patreon every single Tuesday following the live show. So definitely go check that out, and huge shout out to all of our Music Mondays Patreons, man. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. Let's see here. So, that was Tuesday, and then of course, heading deeper into Tuesday, submissions do go live every single Tuesday for the next week's show. So again, if you're interested in submitting for episode 272 for next week's show, submissions do go live tomorrow, April 7th, and so make sure you follow us on social media, stay up to date when all those submissions do go live. That was Tuesday. Heading into Wednesday, SoundCloud Sunday submissions do open every single Wednesday. So again, make sure you follow us on socials and all that good jazz and stay up to date for when all of our submissions do go live over there. Especially for playlist stuff, podcasts, all that good jazz. So, heading deeper into Wednesday, we always do some audio podcast promo for the following day because again, as you guys know, every single Thursday, the audio version of the Music Mondays podcast does drop on all audio platforms. That was Wednesday. Heading into Thursday, episode 271. Episode 270 actually of the Music Mondays podcast is available on all audio platforms. Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that good jazz. So definitely go check that out and go show that some love. And huge shout out to everybody that did submit to episode 270. You guys are wonderful, man. Thank you. And then we finish off Thursday with a brand new YouTube upload as well. Last week we spoke about why creating videos shouldn't be that hard. That was a really cool segment. Definitely a topic that we spoke about pretty frequently here on the show, but that segment is available right now on the Music Mondays YouTube channel, so definitely go check that out and go show that some love. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already, man, because we do upload 2 times per week. Let's see here. So that was Thursday. Heading into Friday, we actually dropped a brand new article talking about the 5-year anniversary of Music Mondays. So again, if you want to hear my thoughts or go check out some of my thoughts over there, that article is available on the Music Mondays homepage right now. Again, banger piece. And actually that anniversary kind of snuck up on me, man. That was pretty crazy. I was going through my memories and I was like, holy shit, 5 years ago, Music Mondays officially became a platform. And I was like, wow, that's absolutely insane. I mean, like I've said on Twitter, we're not ones to like pat ourselves on the back, right? Just because, there's so many other things to do and so many other things that we can, kind of dive into and Music Mondays is growing, right? So we're not even like 50% of our potential, right? But that's the thing with it is like, I did want to take a sec to kind of think about, the journey over the last 5 years, right? I mean, so many things had to come together for Music Mondays to kind of like be where it is today. So that's what's pretty fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's just it's really insane to look back on 5 years and to know that, the next five are going to be just as important, right? So, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, that is pretty crazy though. So definitely go check out the 5 year anniversary article. That is a fucking banger. And we got Ghost coming in the chat. What's going on, Ghost? Ghost coming through, and what? Holy shit! Ghost coming through with the fucking 4 gifties, man. Much love, much fucking love, King. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big 50, big fucking 50 as well, man. Let's go. Love that, love that, love that, love that. Thank you so much, King. Coming through with a little 4 bomb, man. Love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friend. Hope all is well. Hope everything is Gucci. So yes, 5 year anniversary article. Definitely go check that out. That is a banger piece. And congrats to 5 years, man. And we're definitely gonna have another wonderful 5 years. That's for sure. But 5 year anniversary article. Definitely go check that out. Go shots some love. And Ghost coming through, man. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much love, King. You never have to do that, but you are so generous. Thank you so much. So that was Friday, heading into Saturday. Episode 270 of the Music Mondays podcast is available right now on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. So if you prefer the YouTube version of the show, you just want to go put it on the background or anything like that, or if you want to go clip it or record it, that is available on the Music Mondays YouTube channel every single Saturday. So episode 270 is available. Definitely go check that out. Go shout some love, and huge shout out to everybody that did submit and tuned in to episode 270. You are fucking magnificent. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friends. That was Saturday. Heading into Sunday, SoundCloud Sunday volume 233 is available right now on the Music Monday SoundCloud. That was curated by me, and the cover art was also done by me. So definitely go check that out and go show that some love. And if you want to submit for SoundCloud Sunday, those submissions do open every single Wednesday. So make sure you follow us on socials to stay up to date when all of our submissions do go live. So, that was Sunday, starting into today. That actually takes us to today, April 6th, 2026, episode 271 of the Music Mondays fucking podcast. Well, welcome, my friends. That was your weekly recap. That's pretty much everything major that you missed at Music Mondays over the last week or so. So, let's talk about what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. Lots of interesting stuff coming. So, we love the 50 gift. Absolutely. I know I don't, but I always liked it. Yeah, you're a fucking legend, man. Thank you so much, Ghost. Thank you so much, my friend. Much love. Always love to you, my friend. So yeah, what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so? So yeah, we're deep into Cyberfest 3 planning. Tossing around some dates, figuring out what that's gonna look like, getting some graphics, kind of bounced around and things like that. So that's gonna be like our big summer project over the course of the next couple weeks for sure. And then I'll be updating you guys weekly here on the show about Cyberfest 3 stuff, right? So that's kind of like our big project in the background. And then as far as like weekly and monthly content goes, a lot of that stuff will be staying the same, right? So the podcast, the YouTube uploads, articles, things like that, all of our playlists, all that will be staying the same. So don't fret, nothing's changing there. But again, like I always say, you can expect a lot of our older pieces to kind of make their way back in, right? Feature Friday, Workshop Wednesday, the breakdown, Across the Pond, Underground Classics, a lot of our really much more older playlist over there on SoundCloud will be returning, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. But that's pretty much everything super major coming over the course of the last week or so, and then coming over the next couple weeks as well. So nothing too crazy, but mostly Cyberfest 3 planning as well. So that's huge. But yeah, make sure you tune into the show weekly because I'll be updating you guys every single Monday per usual on anything major that's happening when it comes down to Music Mondays, right? So that's that. So we did weekly recap stuff. We did what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. Let's talk exclusives. So again, Music Mondays is on the hunt for exclusives. We actually just dropped one just actually on this Saturday over the weekend with the Homie 3. So definitely go check that out. That's a fucking banger. But again, we are always on the hunt for SoundCloud exclusives. So again, if you have an unreleased SoundCloud track that you like to have hosted and promoted on the Music Mondays SoundCloud, and of course across all of our social media for completely free, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. And again, we're only interested in unreleased material, so feel free to do whatever you want with the track afterwards. You want to go put it on DSPs, you want to go do anything like that, that's completely fine. We're only interested in the SoundCloud version. And then again, same goes for YouTube as well. If you have an unreleased audio track, AMV, music video, lyric video, or anything like that that you like to have hosted on the Music Mondays YouTube channel of over 340 subscribers, and of course promoted across all of our social media for completely free, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email, and again, we're only interested in unreleased material. So feel free to do whatever you want with the track afterwards, my friends. But again, that's that on exclusives. So, continuing on, one other thing we got to dive into is recruiting. So, Music Mondays is recruiting, my friends. We are on the hunt for all of our Music Mondays staff roles. So again, if you're a writer, journalist, curator, designer, you want to do short form, you want to do long form content for Music Mondays, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. And of course, resume definitely preferred but not required. So if you're kind of interested in, getting your feet wet and learning about underground independent journalism and media and things like that, definitely let us know because we'll totally show you the ropes as well. So again, Music Mondays is recruiting. Definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email if you're interested in joining the staff team, my friends. So, that's that. And with this being the season 13 premiere of the Music Mondays podcast, I figured we should dive right into submissions because we have a brand new season under our belt. So again, for those of you that don't know, Music Mondays podcast goes by seasons, right? So every 10 episodes we'll roll into a new season, and now that we're into episode 271, this is the official start for season 13 of the Music Mondays podcast. That's really fucking sick. I'm excited for that. But let's go jump over to Twitter and let's dive into some submissions, my friends. So let's go over here and see what we got as well. Submissions are always in the same format every single week. The only thing that does change is the date. So again, make sure you're double checking the date. Make sure you're submitting for a show that hasn't happened yet, my friends. And of course, like I said, submissions are always in the same format, and they always read artist and creative submissions are open for live reviews of Music Mondays live on April 6, 2026 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/ZomPlays, which is here and now. If you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creations, drop your links and portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. So again, contrary to our name, Music Mondays, we've reacted to pretty much everything here on the show. Everything from, obviously, instrumentals, music, vocals, remixes, photography, digital art, videography, music videos, content drops, behind-the-scenes stuff, literally like so many things. So again, you name it, we've probably reacted to it. So again, if you feel like you deserve some spotlight here on the Music Mondays podcast, definitely let us know and drop your links and portfolios below. And of course, we do have a 3-hour show limit, so keep that in mind. One could argue that a 3-hour show is still a little bit long to watch back, but opposed to some of our earlier shows that would go on to like 5 to 6 hours, man. Like 3 hours is definitely a little bit more tame for sure. But again, we do have a 3-hour show limit, so keep that in mind. And then again, submissions are free. They always have been free, and they always will be free. But the only thing that we do ask is that you're following Music Mondays on Twitter to be eligible. Again, that not only helps spread our message and grow our platform, but then you pay respect to everybody else that does wait for their submissions to be reacted to every single week here on the show. So again, just keep that in mind. And of course, Patreon subscriber submissions are played first every single week here on the show. So again, if you're subscribed to the Music Mondays Patreon at any tier, whether that be basic, advanced, or premium, you gain access to a whole bunch of goodies over there, including what's called the Music Mondays Fast Pass. So again, for the duration that you're pledged to the Music Mondays Patreon, that allows for all of your submissions to be played first every single week here on the show. So again, keep that in mind, and a huge shout out to all the Music Mondays Patrons, man. You guys are fucking wonderful. Thank you. And then, of course, one other thing that we do got to mention, submissions do close about a couple hours before the show starts, so keep that in mind. You have about, I'd say 6.5 or so days to get your submissions in, right? So plenty of time, but a good rule of thumb is that if the show is live, submissions are closed. Again, that helps kind of tune out any discrepancies if somebody submits late and then they cut somebody off who submitted last week and the order gets all jumbled and things like that. So that's why we like to keep submissions closed about, like I said, a couple hours before the show starts. So keep that in mind. And then again, outside of that, I think we're good to go. If you have any more questions about the Music Mondays podcast, we do have a how to submit to the Music Mondays podcast guide over there on our YouTube channel that I just updated for 2026, actually. So that's really fucking sick. Definitely go check that out. If you want any more kind of information on the Music Mondays podcast when it comes down to why we take submission on Twitter, how the podcast came to be, and things like that. So definitely go check that out. But outside of that, let's see how many Patrons we do have tonight. And then we're going to dive right in, my friends. So first up, we got the homie TDG. We'll be kicking off with TDG. I'm down. And then we have the homie Ghost. Okay, so we have 2 Patrons tonight. I'm down. All right, so we're kicking off with TDG, a.k.a. Tilgrave, a wonderfully talented hip-hop artist and producer, came through with a music video for Figure It Out. No shit. Okay. Again, TDG's been on quite the single run when it comes down to their recent releases, man. And they've been improving from all angles, and I always like to say it every single time. You know what I mean? Like they've really, really been improving. So I'm definitely excited to see what we have here. My new favorite song, A Special Place in My Heart. This week's song I think is my best writing. Okay, okay, TG. Okay, I see you. Let's see. Let's see. We got TDG in the chat. Welcome on in, my friend, by the way. Hope you're well. Welcome. All right, so go full quality, full volume. 6 days ago, so brand spanking new. Song fully written, performed, and prod by me. Video edited by Spooky. Shout out Spooky. Song about not knowing, but if you think it could be figured out, you gotta try. That's right, my friends. That's fucking right. Believe that. Believe that. All right, I'm down. Let's get into it. TDG figured out official music video. Let's go. It goes hard.
Someday we will figure it out. Life in a flash, could you picture me now? My chance running, about to finish out. Someday we will figure it out. But now it won't work right. Shouldn't have fallen for her eyes. Only led to my demise. Broke on never penny wise. Filled my mouth with plenty lies. Wish for many lives. Cause I've died many times. Cause I died many times, yeah.
Love the editing.
Never felt before now. Hurting, my thoughts getting more loud. Standing weak on loose ground. My amends can't move around. If I'm gonna die, God, you might as well do it now. Too many problems that I'm pissed about. Finished, but I'm missing out on a life I could have lived. If I love my life, God forbid I do it right. It's the message in the envelope. Problems I can't address, far from home. If I could relax, a chance to elope. I'm just chilling, but life always evoke. Rose led and I followed out remote. If I could have one wish, I'd pick hope. Someday I'll be someone I like. For now I fucking hate my life. Who gave me right to lose my light? What's a silent night? Only screams. If I could only dream. Place I wanna see. Me I wanna be. All let free.
Yeah. Yeah. This is sick. I agree. You know, and it really does have that strong message that's just like, you know, we've all been there, man. You know? Life has its emotional ups and downs, truthfully. You know? Production's fire too, per usual. Yeah, you know, this is the stuff I talk about on the show a lot, man. Like, you know, when artists come through with like more like personal, emotionally driven songs, you know, it's so important for so many reasons, right? But it's that whole like music is therapy kind of thing. Well, for us as creators, when you create these, you know, sorts of sounds and you know, let these emotions out of you on certain tracks, it helps immensely. You know what I mean? It really, really helps immensely. So, you know, it's just one of those ones where I feel like no matter what, TDG had to make this and put this out just because this is how he was feeling at the time, right? And that's what makes music such a good like emotional outlet. You know what I mean? So I think TDG fucking nailed this one, 100%, 100%. But let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. So we're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the official music video for Figure It Out. So let's talk instrumental. Production is fantastic. You know, if anything else, like, you know, truthfully, you can always count on TDG's production. Always, 100%. Um, so not really a shocker to me though, but for anybody new here, something you always have to point out, right? But um, Instrumentally, I like the mix a lot too. Nothing super clashy to overbearing, nothing like really in the way. Sample usage is great. I mean, nothing really to bark at, right? Nothing really to get upset about. So I do like the instrumental mix. Instrumental Shining Star on the other hand. hmm. I do like the sample usage a lot, truthfully. Um, but I think we're gonna have to go melody. I think the melody kind of like really like solidified the mood that this song was gonna go in. So I think melody is gonna be the cake on this one for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely melody. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix again, great. Nothing super clashy to overbearing. Vocals sit nice in the instrumental. Nothing that I'm really too bothered about here either. So vocal mix definitely right where it needs to be. A very standard TDG style mix, right? So vocal mix on point. Vocal shining star though. That's the real question. I mean, you really got to go writing and lyrics here, right? I mean, writing and lyrics have to take the cake here, just because it is so meaningful and personal. You know what I mean? Like, even if you can't relate to it currently, you definitely have been in this spot, right? I feel like everybody kind of hits this spot in their life at least once, So yeah, I think for that reason we'll go writing and lyrics for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely the melody, vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk about the video. So we've reacted to quite a few TDG music videos over the years, right? And especially some of the more recent ones, they've been so personal, right? Like in a good way. Like it's very like TDG style editing, right? Especially like with the vertical edit here and then like the TDG logo in the top right. Like it's a very like TDG style edit for sure. But a few things here. I like the clips. The outfit was great too. TDG's never uncomfortable on camera, right? So you don't really have room for like awkward clips or anything like that. TDG's always like very comfy on camera, so that's what's sick about that. But I think the shots are great. A lot of the like B-roll shots of just like walking on the rocks and things like that. I think those are sick too. I think it's really like location is like the big thing here. TDG's always been very good at like picking music video locations, right? Like that's one thing that you can definitely like 100% agree on is TDG's locations are always sick. But I think the shining star here is probably the editing. You know what I mean? It has to be the editing because it keeps things moving, but also like it's not doing too much either, right? It's like in that sweet spot, but also the lyrics on screen kind of like put it over the edge, right? So I think Shining Star has got to be the editing for sure, 100%. Simple but very effective, and also like doesn't take away from the song itself, right? So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie TDG. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go sub to TDG's channel over here on YouTube. They're only 8 subs away from 30, so make sure you go show them some love over there on the tube. And of course, make sure you go follow TDG on Twitter as well. They're only 10 followers away from 170, so make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to Music Money's YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Get it. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Get it, baby. What a great way to kick off the show, man. TDG's submissions have been fantastic. Absolutely fucking fantastic. All right. Let's see here. So, we left off with TDG. Up next is the homie Ghost, a multi-genre talented producer, came through with another unreleased instrumental, I Am Down. We have a 120 BPMer coming in. All right. Yeah, Ghost's unreleased stash has been nothing short of fucking insane, especially all the stuff that we've gotten the chance to react to on the show. So, I'm down. I'm absolutely down. Well, let's get into it. Some GME unreleased album instrumental by the homie Ghost. Let's get into it.
Adam's going crazy.
Oh, shit.
Is that Ghost on the beat?
This is crazy. What? The synth is nuts. Wow. probably got some big things coming soon. I don't doubt it at all, my friend. I think this album is big. This album nothing more to work out. Let's go, guys. Love that from you. Fucking love that from you. Holy shit, man. This is nuts. That was so good. I was just thinking that. Wow. Melodies are just so crazy too, like, holy shit. Well done. That was fucking gnarly. Nice little fade out too. Okay. Alright, this one's gonna be tough, man. This one's gonna be tough. Shit. Okay. Alright. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. Obviously no vocals, so we're gonna talk about two things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of this unreleased Ghost instrumental. So let's just get this out the way. The mix is 100% on point. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing. Levels are good, quality is good. Nothing that I would even come close to griping out with the mix, right? Like, literally nothing to gripe about on this, like, at all. Yeah, sound selection's great, too. I mean, nothing to even tweak about on the mix. So the mix, absolutely fantastic. Instrumental Shining Star. Yeah, they killed it, Ghost. They fucking killed it. Instrumental Shining Star here. So there's a few things, right? Sample's great. Structure's awesome. Drums are up there. But the melodies, bro, I keep going back to like that synth, and it just gives a good, like, nightlife, night city club, sort of like underground, like motivational sort of vibe. You know what I mean? It's a very, like, you know, theatrical kind of instrumental for sure. The Shining Star, though, I mean, you really could, like, argue quite a few of these, but truthfully, I think we're gonna have to go with the melodies, man. The melodies just make it for me. It's just crazy, fucking crazy. So instrumental solid, definitely melodies. Let's talk theme. Obviously unreleased, so no cover art or anything to go on. But yeah, again, big, like, nighttime city, sort of like futuristic, almost like I almost want to say like Terminator-esque vibe. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it just gives a good, like, futuristic sort of vibe for sure. For sure. He's working on another sample as well. That's fucking heat. That is heat. Yes. See, this style is, like, insane. It just fits you so well. But yeah, man, well done. Well done. Huge shout out to Homie Ghost. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Per usual, make sure you go follow the Homie Ghost over here on Twitter as well. They're only 7 followers away from 520, so make sure you go show them some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all that good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Ask him to make a sample for me. He's working on it. Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. So that does conclude all of our Patrons for tonight. So huge shout out to all you guys over there on the Music Mondays Patreon. You guys are fucking wonderful. And thank you for keeping Music Mondays alive, my friends. So, let's continue on and let's just go right down the line, my friends. So up next we have a very, very talented hip-hop artist by the name of Jay Fur. And they came through with the track titled Take a Ride. Gotta have you peep this EP, produced by Just Marvelous. He's also out of Mass. Shout out to East Coast homies, man. Let's fucking go. Yeah, the Jay Fur submissions recently have been fucking crazy. So I have no doubt that this is going to fall right in line. But again, Jay Fur's had a stellar start to the year, and everything that we've gotten the chance to react to has been fucking fantastic. So I'm down, man. I'm down. Let's get into it. Jay Fur, Take a Ride. Let's go. Brand spanking new, actually, March 26th. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Shit's crazy. I don't know. I got so many problems like.
Love the cover, too.
So many problems, I don't know where to start. So I guess it's on my car, worried about the rest of my life. Take a ride till I find a place to park. Pack a cone, twist the end, find my lighter, then I spark, huh? What's a big fish doing to a shark, baby? Put down the guitar, baby, started dropping bars, baby.
What
Small
the
town,
fuck?
they ain't never seen a star. Maybe I could take it far. This all acting like I owe them no Lamar. Who been making hits like me when they get a beat from off? Kill another 16, almost caught another charge. I don't ever sip lean, I just shoulder brush them off. It's a one-man team, how I never take a loss. Smoking on it strong, you been blowing all exhaust. I don't do this shit for y'all, I just do this for my dogs. Posted by the bogs, now I'm posted by the blogs. Grew up playing cards, shooting zombies with the odds. I ain't had the money, I just had to beat the odds. While your pants bought your weed, man, I had to get a job. I was putting in the work, now they putting on my songs. Used to fly the package in, had them drop out the garage. Couple pounds of headband, thought they mailed it to LeBron. And she would say, baby, I ain't coming for the bronze, I'm just going for the gold. I ain't
Holy
aiming
shit.
for the bonds. Let me see them damn hands, let it catch like Megatron. Damn chainsaw, I'm the type to cut them off. Ironic that you chickens only ones that ever egg them on. I'm suited for it, like I looking like I dress for prom. Body another beat and then I throw it on the stretcher form. She loves sucking on this dick, I'm making thumpers in the whip. I'm holding nugs the size of fists. I close my eyes and take a hit. Swear to God, if this is it, I'm telling God I'm dropping hits. I ain't done enough in life, I ain't satisfied with shit. So much shit I
Oh my
let go.
God.
Build it back brick by brick. If I hate it, still talking, come back and haunt his grip. In denial for a while. It's the shit they can't admit. You ain't been to the island, but you fucking with the kid. What's a big fish doing to a shark, baby? Put down the guitar, baby. Started dropping bars, baby. Small town, they ain't never seen
What
a
the
star. Maybe
fuck?
I could take it far. This all acting like I owe them no Lamar.
Oh my god. Jay just fucking bodied that. That was like 2 minutes of destruction right there. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. That was impressive. That was impressive. That was one of my personal favorites, to be honest with you. That was one of the ones where Jay just fucking heard the beat and they just didn't stop. Like, they just didn't fucking stop. Alright, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're talking about three things here. We're talking about the instrumental, we're talking about vocals, and talk about the overall theme of Take a Ride. So, instrumental, love the choice. Also, prod, the homie just marvelous. So, huge shout out to them. But yeah, so I love the choice. Like I said, it's a very J Fur type instrumental, 100%. Has that good like OG trap style, but in a very like modern way, right? But the mix is great. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing. Nothing I would like ultimately switch up here. Especially with the sound selection, drums are good. Yeah, nothing that I would really tweak out about. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I'm big on the mix. Nothing that I would like really gripe about, right? Quality levels are good. Nothing that I would like really tweak out about, you know? So, let's see here. So instrumental mix very much on point. Instrumental shining star, 100% the drums. I mean, although I do like the melody, and I think the structure's up there too. But to be real with you, I think we gotta go drums on this one, man. We definitely gotta go drums on this one. It just plays such a big part in this track, man, and it brings a lot of the attitude as well. So, definitely the drums for sure. Definitely the drums. So instrumental solid, definitely drums. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, fantastic. Again, J Fur is a very consistent artist when it comes down to their vocal mix. I don't think we've even had a track where I was like remotely like, oh, this is kind of off, or you know, the levels are weird here. Nah, like J Fur is a very, very consistent mix. So, again, much like the instrumental, nothing super clashy, too overbearing. Nothing I would like really tweak out about, especially with the vocals. Quality and levels definitely right where they need to be. But vocals, shining star though. On the other hand, I mean, flow and cadence and deliveries up there, right? But I think writing and lyrics just take the fucking cake. Like, there's so many bars coming at you here that, like, you know, it's just one after another, and it's just like, holy shit, you know? So the replayability factor is also huge here, just because, like, if you spin this track a couple times, like, there's gonna be lines that you didn't catch on the first listen, right? So that's super important, but I think writing and lyrics take the cake here, for sure. So, instrumental solid, definitely the drums, vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. Jay has very consistent covers as well. Like, they're very simple, straight to the point, but also like super high quality, and like they just get the job done. You know what I mean? Like, I really like Jay's taste in covers. You You know, I feel like it represents Jay um pretty spot on as well. You know what I mean? Like a lot of their art is very like it just relates to Jay Fur, right? But yeah. Um clean, neat, high quality. Nothing that I would like tweak out about here. Take a ride, top middle. You have all the logos, parental advisory in the bottom left. I mean, I like it a lot. You know, simple, straight to the point. You know what I mean? Just what you need. But aesthetics on point. Overall theme, take a ride. I mean, you know, I wouldn't dig super deep for like an emotional theme here. This is one of the ones where you just gotta like let Jay Fur like do his thing and really kind of like take in like their writing and lyricism for sure. Because this is one of those ones where again it comes at you fast, you know what I mean? So you're bound to miss a few things. So again, this is one where you just gotta appreciate Jay Fur as an artist for sure. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie Jay Fur. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify, by the way, and of course, make sure you go follow Jay Fur on Twitter as well. They're approaching 1.2K over there on the Barrett app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers, so we upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, we left off the homie Jay Fur. Up next would be the homie TDG, but TDG is a Music Mondays patron, so we've already reacted to TDG earlier in the show, so make sure you go check out the beginning of this week's episode to see us react to the Figure It Out music video. Huge shout out to TDG, though. Up next is the homie Marco Pernice. Now, Marco, a multi-genre talented artist and producer, came through with a track titled Turn Off the TV. Now, with Marco, it's always funny because we never really know what we're going to get because it could be something new, could be something older, could be a music video. So Marco, it's always been a gamble, right? And I think that's the fun part about it. But like I said, this week they submitted a track titled Turn Off the TV. Brand spanking new, actually. Got some love in the comments, too. Okay. Let's get into it. Marco Pernice, Turn Off the TV. Let's go. Interesting cover. Has that like Star Spangled Banner kind of vibe? Huh. Very tricky. The guitar's crazy on this. Structure's not bad.
Turn off the TV. Turn off the TV. It's not what you need. Lies of TV. It's not what you need. You see. Turn off the TV. Turn off the TV. Turn off the TV. It's not what you need. Lies of TV. It's not what you need. You see. Turn off the TV.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's definitely not wrong. I mean, that was a very interesting kind of track, though, as well. I mean, very, you know, has the Marco Pernice kind of flavor, so to speak, right? But let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're talking about two things, because obviously no vocals, except just a little bit of spoken word there at the end. But we're talking about the instrumental and talk about the overall theme of Turn Off the TV. So, instrumental mix, very much on point. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing or anything that I would like really truthfully switch up. Quality was good, levels are good. Marco has a very consistent mix when it comes down to their instrumental, so not really a shocker here, but something I always want to point out for anybody to do, right? So, instrumental mix very much on point. Instrumental shining star. Definitely the melodies, for sure. I feel like the guitar work on this was crazy, so definitely the melodies, 100%. So, instrumental solid, definitely melodies. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. A very interesting type of cover here, right? Has like a mix of like the Gray of War mixed with like, you know, sort of like Marco on you know, a futuristic sort of TV setting, right? And then of course it's very indicative of like where the world is at today, right? And you know, like staying informed is also important, but also like turning off the TV once in a while is also important, right? So I think Marco has a really good point here. But aesthetics definitely match the vibe of the song for sure. So aesthetics definitely on point. Overall theme, turn off the TV. I mean, pretty self-explanatory, right? I mean, I think staying informed is a good thing, but there also comes to a point where, you know, the news and the TV, it's just all miserable, and it traps you in like, you know, a miserable cycle of, you know, that's like all you think about is just the miserable shit in the world, right? So it's definitely good to take a break for sure, and I think Marco has a good point here. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to homie Marco Pernice. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go sub to Marco's channel over here. They're only 5 subs away from 90. And of course, make sure you go follow Marco on Twitter as well. They're approaching 1.5K over there on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 sub-roonies. We do upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all that good jazz over there. Channel. So make sure you go show these artists in the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Well done. Let's see here. So we left off with the homie Marco Pernice. Up next is the homie Deezit. Came through with a music video. Actually, I'm down. Now, Deezit being a very, very talented hip hop artist, came through with the music video for Throw Up, and I believe we reacted to Throw Up, but definitely not the video yet. So I'm definitely down. I'm definitely fucking down. Deezit's submissions recently have been fucking insane, so I have no doubt that this will fall in line as well. 7 days ago, brand spanking new, first single from Bad Guy Music 2, project executive produced by the homie Deezit. Excellent. Lots of love in the comments too. Perfect. Love that. All right, I'm down. Let's get into it. Deezit Throw Up official music video.
Was this guy's a fucking mook. But I didn't say nothing. And we don't pay.
Yo.
I'm a mook, yeah.
Yo, logo your face with a palm print for the nonsense. They screaming 911 after the bomb hit. Got body pieces all over like Lego farming. Talk tough cause what he throw up, I spit vomit. Red dot in the circle, we shopping Target. Nights like this with the metal hand and gauntlet. After you gas this bitch, I'm gon' park it. Big Daddy Kane on your broad, the Prince of Darkness. Pictures of many killings, I keep collages. It's BGM for the comrades and the convicts. No way in hell you gon' stop us already, God sent. It's a small world, I could send them the farthest.
Wow.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Puncture your organs, now he got a bag for the shits. Bloody as pad like a bitch. Try to shoot at me with my pops, but them bastards had missed. I was really looking for all of them, one by one with the stick. On my Tony, no homie, ain't never seen no bad guy like this. These niggas know that they owe me, I need my money off the rip. I'll be in front of your building like bitches order the lift. Honking the horn a few times, tell this bitch ass come outside. Russian nigga from Rocky, if he dies, then he dies.
Fire, bro.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, right, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the work.
Bitch, where the fuck was you at when I had Neva? And if I could buy your time now, then I don't need you. Blue collars for my dollars, had the sleeves up. Co-worker with the white boy, no Justin Bieber. We had them shooting all day like we were streamers. Call it in, putting out content for my leisure. Balling all over like I had alopecia. This life could be a bitch, but it's still cheaper to keep her.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get out!
Motherfuckers.
This is perfect, bro. This is like exactly like what you'd want for a song like this. For sure. Cold, man. Way too cold. Simple but very effective too, you know? Love it. Just a walk-off too, like, damn, bruh. This one came out really good. This one came out really fucking good. Damn, man. Damn. Okay. I already love this song anyway, so I'm gonna be a little bit biased here, but let's talk about it. Let's break down. Let's get into it. So, we're gonna talk about three things here. We're talking about the instrumental again. We're talking about the vocals, and we're talking about the official music video for Throw Up. So, instrumental, like I said, it's a very unconventional instrumental. Like, not a lot of artists could see themselves on this, but Deezit really kind of took this one and ran with it. You know what I mean? So I love their process here when it comes down to production and what they did with this instrumental. So, like I said, I love the choice. But instrumental mix, nothing super clashy, too overbearing, nothing I would like really tweak out about here either. You know what I mean? It's a very, very consistent mix when it comes down to Deezit's production. Like all of it's very, very consistent. So not really a shocker there, right? But something I always want to point out for anybody new. So instrumental mix very much on point. Nothing super clashy or anything that I would really gripe about, right? Instrumental Shining Star. You know, again, it's got to be the melody. I'm pretty sure I picked melody last time, but it's definitely the melody, 100%. Like, it's just so iconic, and it really sets the mood for Deezit telling a story, right? And that's really what essentially this is Deezit really just spitting a story to the average listener, right? So, vocals, vocal mix, again, nothing super clashy, too overbearing, nothing that I would, like, really tweak out with the vocals either. Deezit has a very solid, like, natural voice, so you don't really want to, like, over-process it, right? But quality is good, levels are good, nothing that I would, like, tweak out about either, you know what I mean? So, vocal mix very much on point. Vocal Shining Star, writing lyrics all day. 100% the writing and lyrics are fucking crazy on this. Although the flow and cadence and delivery is up there too, but I think writing and lyrics are totally gonna take the cake here for sure. So, instrumental solid, definitely the melody. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk about the official video for Throw Up. So, I love this video for a few reasons, right? And I think this is like the second music video we reacted to from Deezit. But one thing again is they're very comfortable on camera, which is great. There's no like stiff shots or awkward shots or anything here. So that's one thing I noticed, like, off rip, right? But, so many small things about this I really love, but the locations are so simple but very, very effective. There's probably only, like, 3 different locations in here, but the way that this video is edited makes for, like, such a almost like a movie, you know what I mean? Like, quite literally almost a movie. So, locations are great. I like the whole black and white theme as well. Like, everything's just black and white. This is awesome. I think that's really sick, too. Um, Inserting, like, the sample clips, you know, like, the Rocky clip and all that stuff, that was a nice touch as well. Um, but there's just so many things I like about this, to be honest with you. You know, Shining Star, though, I mean, it might be the editing. I think the editing is the Shining Star. Like, kind of having this, like, backroom boiler room shot is great, too. And then, like, it goes back to, like, the street shot. And then back to the... Yeah, see, like, I think it's the editing, man. Like, the way that this is edited, it's not boring. It's not, like... It's always improving and progressing, right? So I think the Shining Star here has got to be the editing. Although I do love everything about it, I think the editing takes the cake here and just, like, puts it over to the next level. So, definitely the editing. Definitely the editing. So, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Homie D's. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. This was fucking fantastic. Make sure you go sub to their YouTube channel over here. They're only 2 subs away from 660. And, of course, make sure you go follow D's on Twitter as well. They're approaching 1.9K over there on the Bird app, my friends. And, of course, every art featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And, of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Whole podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channels. So make sure you go show these artists and channels some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Alrighty, my friends, we're about halfway through the show, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we return, we're going to dive right back into the rest of our community submissions. So I need you to get up, go get a drink, go get a snack, go for a smoke break or anything like that. And like I said, when we return, we're going to dive right back into the rest of our community submissions. So don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Music Mondays Podcast, episode 271. Hope you had a good break. Hope you're chilling. But let's dive right back into the rest of our community reviews. So we left off with the homie D's. Up next is the homie Sam's Raps, a wonderfully talented hip hop artist. Came through with a track titled Raindrops. Here's the other half of About the Weather. Raindrops by Sam's Raps and Osway. Prod Clever Dan. Let's get into it. I'm down. Now, the first track out of this 2-pack was fantastic, to say the least. So I'm down. Let's pop this open here. So yeah, we already reacted to Sunshine. So this week we're doing Raindrops. Let's get into it.
Yeah. You know, I'm starting to think.
Very relaxing.
Say it like this. I'm starting to think, I'm starting to spend like way too long in my head. I've tried the drink and meditation, been prescribed all the meds. They just left me in bed, apathy riddled, depressed. Just to touch the toes of tiles near impossible heft. Bereft of any sense of right, led me directionless left. Dreading the sun, the lights of ray gun, so to set it to stun. The pen's a gun is bayoneted, Eddie versus the stone. I'm off to check the notes and mind a quarry for gold. Folded in on myself, you're reaching out to iron things. The lines are starting to fade, but origami's the brain, remaining stuck in my ways. I'm starting to think that that's the only thing so stuck in my way. At the end of the day, this shit is I versus I. Not so simple, black and white, like this was spy versus spy. So if it's me versus you, I know I'm coming out fine. I find myself like every night and only one of us dies. Sometime when the rain don't fall, sunshine when the rain don't fall. Sometime, no, the rain gon' fall. Sunshine, no, I take your call. Sometime when the rain don't fall, sunshine when the rain don't fall. Sometime, no, the rain gon' fall. Sunshine, no, I take your calls.
Look, I ain't seen the sun in months or something. Stuck inside this bed, make it hard to uncover. Some days turn to weeks, weeks turn to months. And in between the years, I lost sight of what I love. I know life's a struggle, but I grovel through the mud. Ain't no diamonds in the rubble. I do it just because I start to feel uneasy when the pressure ain't enough. When everything too peachy got me calling out the bluff. Now I'm peeping through the window and I'm clutching on the hammer. Gets a banging with crescendo, but this drum ain't never jamming. If you ain't catching the memo, I get paranoid and panic. So approach me with some caution if you plan to remain standing. My ex always told me that it's safe to open up. Well, I think it's safer looking out for sucker punch. Knives inside the guts taught me not to trust too much. Roll a loaded dice since I cannot give it up to luck.
Sometime when the rain don't fall.
What the fuck?
Sunshine when the rain don't fall. Sometime, no, the rain gon' fall. Sunshine, no, I take your call. Sometime when the rain don't fall. Sunshine when the rain don't fall. Sometime, no, the rain gon' fall. Sunshine, no, I take your call. Sometime when the rain don't fall. Sunshine when the rain don't fall. Sometime, no, the rain gon' fall. Sunshine, no, I take your calls.
Wow. Damn, man. This one was heavy. This one was heavy. I had a feeling it was gonna be, but I was like, oh boy. You know, the thing about this 2-pack here, right, about the weather, you know, Sunshine captured that good summertime feel, right? And then Raindrops just switches it. Like, it's like yin and yang. It's just so much more of a heavier song, even a little bit more personal as well. So these are two songs that just have, like, they capture the feel so well. 100%. Like, this one feels like a gloomy day, for sure. Raindrops, 100%. 100%. They definitely nailed that part of it, for sure. But let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. So, we're talking about three things here. We're talking about the instrumental, talk about vocals, talk about the overall theme of Raindrops. So, I love this art again, too, by the way. So, instrumental. Prod Clever Dan. Fantastic. I mean, this is everything you'd want in like a moody, rainy sort of song, right? But the mix is great. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing. Everybody sounds good on it. Sound selection is great. Even the bass line is fucking fantastic. So yeah, no real gripes with the instrumental mix at all. Definitely not. Instrumental Shining Star, on the other hand, I think the melody definitely sets the mood and tone for sure. Drums are up there, but I think we're gonna go with the melodies here. And even the bass line is crazy, but definitely the melodies for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely melodies. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, again, fantastic. Not really much to gripe about here, like at all. Quality is good, levels are good. Drums cut through nicely, vocals sit nice on the instrumental. I mean, no real gripes with this, right? And I always say it about Sam's Raps, right? Like, you could always expect a top tier mix out of Sam's Raps for sure. Even their demos are like really crispy. So vocal mix very much on point. Vocal Shining Star. I mean, it'd be kind of a crime not to say writing and lyrics for everybody, right? I think writing and lyrics take the cake here for sure. I mean, flow and cadence and delivery, you could kind of argue, but I think writing and lyrics are just insane on this one. Literally insane. So, instrumental solid, definitely the melodies, vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. Love this cover, and especially with it being like a 2-pack with like 2 different moods. The split cover has almost even more meaning now, right? So I love it. Aesthetically, it just has so much feel, and for 2 songs that are filled with feelings, I feel like this cover fucking nailed it for sure. So aesthetics definitely on point. Overall theme, Raindrops. I mean, it's a very self-explanatory kind of theme, right? It's a very like moody, talking about personal things and personal emotions. It's a very moody kind of track, right? So I feel like they nailed that aspect of it 100%. And it's really like the yin and yang sort of feel with Sunshine as well. So well done, my friends. Huge shout out to Homie Sam's Raps. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify, and of course make sure you go follow Sam's Raps on Twitter as well. They're approaching 1.2K over there on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Much love. Get it, baby. We got Sam's Raps in the chat. Welcome on in. Damn, I just missed it. You literally did, and that submission was fucking crazy. Absolutely well done. Yep. Definitely peep the VOD for sure. Much love, my friend, of course. No worries at all. So, we left off with Homie Sam's Raps. Up next is a first-time submitting artist, Cannabino. And now, this is an artist that we have reacted to before with TDG, but we haven't actually gotten a solo submission from them yet. So this will be interesting. I'm down. So technically a first-time submitting artist, but not the first time that we're hearing them, right? Let's see. And they submitted a track titled Clear Vision. We've been in the clear. Mixed by TDG. I'm down. I'm absolutely down. Let's pop this over to a new tab. See what we got here. All right. Love the cover, too. Cover's great. Jesus. Has that good, like, analog sort of feel. All right. Let's get into it. Cannabino, Clear Vision. Let's go.
Kicks got scuffs, but I still got taste. Driving down the strip, whiplash. Ain't time to talk, bitch, I'm trying to get paid. Yeah, bad bitch wanna hit, then dash. Whirlwind tragic when she swerved in my lane. Pretty girl, I know she a bandit. Women like her, the reason I don't share love. Wants my heart, she can have it. I don't even care, cause it wasn't worth much. Yeah, lost my touch, feel abandoned. Everyone I know didn't stick around long. Ay, smoke my dope, purple cabbage. Roll another one, gotta get in my zone. Yeah, fuck what they say.
Sliding on this shit.
See, I'm getting money, they don't like that, yeah. My kicks blue suede, my white tees, babe. I don't give a fuck if they don't like me, yeah. Been up all day, got straight to the grind. Found my way, but I lost my mind. Sacrificed my whole life, made it all work out. Even when it wasn't right, had to hold my ground. Bitch, it's my time, you can all sit down. Waste no time, need that shit right now. I'ma have it my way and I don't care how. Didn't care back then, but they obsessed now. Got a bad bitch to smoke my blunt. I told her stay still while I roll up another one. I do what the fuck I want. How do they feel when they see me going up? I don't gotta flex off flaunt. I'm keeping shit real while they show fake love. Everybody left they gone. I've been in the clear for the last 3 months. Yeah, my life took a turn for the worst. Memories turned to ash. Gotta let the past burn. Says you want Chanel in the purse. I could turn your world to ice. I'ma make her say burn. Don't fall for that bitch. She the worst. Say she fucking with you, but I hit that shit first. Run into a bitch. I swerve. It's those beautiful eyes where the darkness lurks. I got purple punch for my thirst. Roll another one. Watch the smoke disperse. Yo, punk tryna run my turf. You out your league. Better know your worth. All my bitches be 10s. I don't fuck no fans. So fuck your romance. There's too much on my plate. I don't got no friends. Just my right hand man sticking by my side till the end of my days. Mind on the bands that supply and demand. You could never understand all the work that it takes. No more nice guy views from dark alleys. We'll make it to the top with the penthouse view. Yeah, high school daydreaming flights out to Cali. I go where I want. I done seen the whole valley. I just wanna whip, maybe crash in an Audi. On a rainy day, take a spin through the county. I thought I'd like the devil, but I wonder if he found me. See it in her eyes, but it's just another face. Took too much, feeling drowsy. If I close my eyes, will I see another day? Yeah, I walk around with Saint Laurent or Christian Dior. Can't decide what fragrance. Yeah, I need an oven just to stash my guap. I'ma cook something up like my racks with flavor. Boy tryna lick my spot. We gon' send them shots, then ask questions later. Yeah, everywhere I go they talk. I just do my walk, never stressed by the hater. No, this bitch tryna smoke my blunt. Sorry, bitch, I stunt. You can play no player. Yeah, I'll be anything you want. She don't know this game. It ain't in her nature.
Damn. Damn. Fire. I agree, TDG. I agree. Damn, bro. 17 days ago, hot off the press, too. Yeesh. Okay, so this is a really great first impression, right? I mean, of course, we've reacted to Cannabino a few times with TDG, right? But as far as like a solo track goes, this is crazy. This is absolutely a fantastic first-time submission, for sure. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about 3 things here. We're going to talk about the instrumental, we're talking about vocals, and we're talking about the overall theme of Clear Vision. So, instrumental, I love the choice. Has that good, like, dark trap sort of feel to it. But the mix is great, though. Nothing that I would, like, really tweak out about here on this at all. Drums are fantastic. Sound selection is great. Nothing, like, super clashy to overbearing. Quality was good. Levels definitely good. I mean, nothing that I would, like, really tweak out about. You know what I mean? I think the instrumental mix is definitely on point. For sure. 100%. Instrumental shining star, though. Gotta be the drums, right? I mean, you could definitely argue melody on this one, but I feel like drums kind of take the cake for sure. Drums definitely. So, instrumental solid, definitely drums. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, actually fantastic. I like the vocal mix on this a lot. Again, quality was good, levels were good. Nothing that I would, like, really tweak out about here either. Drums cut through nicely. Vocals sound nice on the instrumental. Yeah, like, nothing that really tweaks me out here either. You know what I mean? So, vocal mix is definitely right where it needs to be. Vocal shining star. I think the flow and cadence and delivery is up for debate for sure. But I think writing and lyrics might take the cake here. You know, like, they were just sliding on this shit. You know what I mean? Like, they were really fucking sliding on this. I think writing and lyrics should definitely take the cake here for sure. So, instrumental solid, definitely drums. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. Love this cover. Simple, effective, has that good horror analog sort of feel to it, and it matches the instrumental a lot too. So, love the choice here for aesthetics, absolutely. And then parental advisory bottom right. So, aesthetics definitely on point for sure. Overall theme, Clear Vision. I wouldn't dig super deep for like a super meaningful theme here. It definitely has that good like lock-in sort of vibe, you know what I mean? It's just like lock-in and focus, you know? But this is one where I just appreciate Cannabino and their writing and lyricism on this one for sure. So, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to homie Cannabino. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud, just like Music Mondays just did. Thank you so much for your submission, my friend. Much love. They're only 5 followers away from 150 over there on SoundCloud, so make sure you go show them some love. And of course, make sure you go follow Cannabino on Twitter as well. This is their brand new Twitter account, so make sure you go show them some love. They're only 8 followers away from 10, so make sure you go show them some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all that good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure to go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Get it, baby. Alrighty, my friends, we left off the homie Cannabino. Up next is the homie Offspring Mysterious, a multi-talented producer, designer, editor, writer, engineer, all the above, has came through with a YouTube upload titled 4 Years Later. Happy 5-year anniversary. Thank you, my friend. Offspring, a Music Mondays veteran. But let's go see what Offspring has for this week. Well, let's see. 4 years later. 4 years later, ... Interesting. What do we have here? What do we have here? I'm down. Let's get into it. Offspring Mysterious. 4 years later. Let's go. Kind of reminds me of Maddox. Lots of love. I like that. I don't know why, but this shit makes me want to cry. Like I should be in a hammock listening to this. Shout out you, Steve. Hello, what's your latest masterpiece? Those accounts are always so funny. I like those montages. That was a great intro. W edit. The aesthetics are like so nice at night for some reason. It's the yellow lights, yeah. That's why I'm getting that feel.
I know you, I know you know, 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 I 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 know.
Jeez. Okay. New Offspring music, man. Let's go. Let's go. Sounds gas too. May 1st, baby. Let's fucking go. That was a great promo. 4 years of Offspring, 5 years of Music Mondays, man. Let's fucking get it. Love that. Shining Star here. Sheesh. I don't know. I think it's the concept. I like this as a promo. I think, editing all the comments at the start and then kind of like walking outside and, the editing and the concept, sort of. But I would definitely say the concept for sure. 100% is the shining star. Fucking congrats, Offspring. Well done. Well done. This is awesome. New music, too. Let's fucking get it, baby. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie Offspring Series. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go sub to their YouTube channel, by the way. They're only 9 subs away from 270, so make sure you go show them some love over there on the tube. And of course, make sure you go follow Offspring Series on Twitter as well. They're only 5 followers away from 810, so make sure you go show them some love over there on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all that good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. All right, my friends, up next is the homie Ab-Sono, a multi-genre talented producer. Came through with a track titled Black Venice. Okay. It's been a little while since we heard from Ab-Sono, though, but another Music Mondays longtime veteran has came through with another instrumental for us, man. So I am down. Let's pop this open a new tab here. Looks like we got a little bit of a collab as well. 6 days ago, so brand spanking new. I'm down. Let's get into it. Ab-Sono, a Black Venice. Gonna be gnarly. Oh shit. This is gonna be nuts. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Drums are so nuts. Whew. Wow. Holy shit. The switch up is crazy. This is nuts. Sweet mood switch up. Wow. How peaceful. Wow. That was just like a straight, like, instant vibe switch. That was nuts, man. That was fucking nuts. Holy shit. What a great submission back, too. All right, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about 2 things here, because obviously no vocals. Talk about the instrumental and talk about the overall theme of Black Venice. So, instrumental mix is fucking on point. The instrumental mix is flawless. Nothing clashing to or bearing. Sound selection is great. Yeah, everything is fantastic on this mix. Nothing that I would even remotely question at all. Quality is good, levels are good. Instrumental mix very much on point. Instrumental Shining Star, on the other hand. Instrumental Shining Star. You know, I'm kind of torn between the melodies and the drums. I do like the structure a lot too, though. Structure's very underrated, but I think for this one, man, I think we gotta go melodies on this, especially with like the vibe switch at the end. I think the melodies take the cake here for sure, 100%. So, instrumental solid, definitely the melodies. Let's talk theme aesthetics. Obviously, just default Absono logo for the art here, but of course, if this ever gets an official release, I'm sure Absono will switch it up here. But default Absono logo, of course, and then overall theme, it definitely has that good like futuristic sort of vibe to it for sure. Almost like Terminator-esque, you know, just futurism kind of feel to it. You know what I mean? So, well done. This is a great submission back, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie Absono. Thank you so much for your submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud, by the way. They're only 7 followers away from 70, so make sure you go show them some love. And of course, make sure you go follow Absono on Twitter as well. They're only 5 followers away from 340, so make sure you go show them some love. Of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Monday. So up next would be the homie Ghost, but we've already reacted to Ghost earlier in the show because they are a Music Mondays Patreon, so definitely go check out the beginning of episode 271 if you want to see us react to this unreleased Ghost instrumental. Fantastic sub, by the way. Well, let's see here. So last but certainly not least is the homie Pez, a multi-genre talented producer, came through with a track titled Stick 'Em Up. Okay, it's been a little while since you heard from Pez, man. I'm down. Let's go see what Pez has been working on. All right, let's see here. Stick 'Em Up, Pez, April 3rd. So this is brand spanking new. This quite literally came out 3 days ago. So let's get into it. Pez, Stick 'Em Up. Let's go. Oh, man. Sample's already crazy. Oh my god. Holy shit. Pure chaos. Oh my god. Got day friend in the chat. Welcome on in, my friend. Sorry I'm late. No worries. You're good. You're all good. Hope everything's well, my friend. Your submission was crazy, by the way. This is gnarly. Holy shit. that was a fucking journey, man. Holy shit. That was an absolute fucking journey. I felt like I just walked out of the club. What the fuck? Holy shit, man. All right. That was intense. But I kind of expecting nothing less, you know what I mean? Especially coming from Pez, man. But let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about two things. There's obviously no vocals. We're going to talk about the instrumental and talk about the overall theme of Stick 'Em Up. So, instrumental, mix-wise, love it. There's a lot going on here, right? So, it can be very easy for the mix to kind of get convoluted and messy, right? But I think Pez does a really good job keeping everything in order, right? So, instrumental mix very much on point. Nothing super clashy to overbearing. Samples were great. Sound selection was great. Everything matched up. Even the structure was awesome too. So, no real gripes with the instrumental mix. Definitely not. Instrumental shining star on the other hand. Man, there's so much going on in this song, but I feel like the structure, keeps it organized. So I think we're gonna have to go structure on this one for sure. Even though the sample usage is pretty crazy too, but I think structure definitely. So instrumental solid, definitely structure. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. Love the aesthetics. Love the aesthetics. Holy shit. There's like so much going on here, right? And just like the song, it definitely gets like I don't want to say messy, but it's just so much going on. So I feel like the cover like definitely fucking nails it. For sure. Especially like with the color palette too, right? It's a very bright song, so I feel like this cover definitely nails it for sure. Overall theme, Stick 'Em Up. You know, I really wouldn't dig super deep for a theme here. This is one where again it feels like you just walked out of a club as soon as you fucking finish it, right? So Pez fucking nailed that good like future like fast paced sort of vibe, right? So well done, my friend. Well done. This was a journey. This was a fucking journey. Huge shout out to homie Pez. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow Pez on Spotify. And of course, make sure you go follow Pez on Twitter as well. They are only 4 followers away from 270, so make sure you show them some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all that good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. And we got Jay Fur coming in with a follow. Welcome to Stream and Family, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, of course. Fantastic submission out of you tonight, my friend. But that does conclude all of our submissions for episode 271, man. So let's close it out. Let's show some love. Let's give some shout outs and all that other good jazz, man. Let's definitely show some love. So per usual, huge shout out to anybody that tuned in and came through in the fucking chat, man. You guys are wonderful. It was bumping tonight. It was very much bumping tonight. Ghost coming through with the 4 gifties. Thank you so much, Ghost, again. And huge shout out to you, Ghost, TDG, J Fur, Sam's Raps, and anybody else that lurked and chilled and just came through and popped the stream up, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Any support is much appreciated. Much appreciated. And huge shout out to everybody that did submit tonight for episode 271. A huge shout out to the homie J Fur. Huge shout out to TDG, Marco Pernice, Deezit, Sam's Raps, Cannabino, Offspring Mysterious, Absono, Ghost, and the homie Pez. Thank you guys so much for all of your submissions. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. Huge shout out to all of our Music Mondays patrons, the homie Jordan, Ryuki, TDG, Laverius, Ghost, and Kale. Thank you guys so much for supporting Music Mondays as well. And that about does it, my friends. So if you'd like to submit for next week's show, submissions will be live for episode 272 tomorrow, April 7th, 2026. So make sure you follow us on social media, stay up to date with all that good jazz at All Music Mondays, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, wherever you're at, we're at, TikTok, all that good jazz. And then, of course, make sure you follow, subscribe below, everything linked below, all my socials, all the good jazz is linked down below. Stream like 5 to 6 days a week, speedrunning stuff, obviously the home of the Music Mondays podcast, watch parties, all that good jazz, so make sure you come through and support the kid and stop by once in a while, man. And then, of course, you can stream all the Music Mondays podcast episodes on anchor.fm/allmusicmondays. We have over 270 episodes over there on all audio platforms. And, of course, you can check out this episode tonight on Patreon as well for the full high-quality version. And then, of course, it'll be on all audio platforms this Thursday and then on YouTube on Saturday. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. And that about does it, my friends. Like I said, follow, subscribe below. Everything linked below. All my socials, all the good jazz is linked down below. I love you all. Take care. Be safe. And we'll see you next time on Music Mondays.